At the start of the movie we are shown the future, when the population was increased and the government was worried about it, because only a small space was left to live in the world. To solve this they were thinking that they should visit Mars, to examine the atmosphere there. Can humans live there alive? They choose cockroaches to send there, because no matter it is cold or warm or whatever the weather is, cockroaches stay alive. It was the year 2597, the cockroaches were sent to Mars. The new scene that is shown in the movie is of the year 2597, there we see a boy and a girl. The name of the girl is Nanao and the boy was named Kamachi. Being scared, they were running on the road because the police were behind them. There was blame on them for murder. A doctor holds them who works for the government. He wasn't looking like a doctor from his getup. Well, he says to Nanao and Kamachi, "You have to do a task for me." Now he says to them that the cockroaches, those were sent to Mars before 500 years. You have to bring them to me, so that I can see that what changes occur them, and what will be its benefit. I will remove the blames on you. The police will not follow you. For this, I will also give you a lot of money. Kamachi and Nanao agree on it, but they don't have to move to Mars immediately. They were trained for a duration of 2 years. There were other people with them who will go to Mars. After some time, they reach Mars. Going there, they spread the gas that can faint others, so that the cockroaches present on Mars get faint. But when they search here and there, the shocking thing is that they couldn't find any cockroaches. The companion of Kamachi is named Jim. Now when Jim was moving forward with his companion, he sees a creature instead of a cockroach, and it was standing like humans, but it seems like it is half of a creature and half of a cockroach. It seems like there is a stone or a wood in its hand, and if they will see someone else except them, they will attack them. Jim puts a hand on his companion's face and asks him to keep quiet, because these creatures were not looking innocent. Nanao and Kamachi were also going together. They also see these creatures. Seeing them, they get scared, they stand still. But then the cockroach-like creature runs towards them. It breaks the neck of Nanao. It comes speedily that Kamashio couldn't stop it. Doing this, it disappears from there. Don't know why it was the enemy of Nanao? Not only Nanao, but it also seems like it was the enemy of humans. They take Nanao to a spaceship and the doctor confirms that the creature who attacked her was none other than that cockroach, who were sent here 500 years ago. And it is obvious that change of atmosphere affects everything, so why it doesn't happen to them? They evolve and turns into a huge creature. With it, they get the thinking abilities and many powers. They know very well how to use them. The doctor tells them that there is a way to fight with them. I have an injection that will make you powerful. You will have the abilities for some time. With it, those cockroach creatures come and then a man from their crew comes out. He has tied a cloth on his head. He says that inject this injection into my body, and then he has injected the injection and he gets the powers. The fire comes out of his hand. He kills that creature in front of him with that fire. Their roof was made of glass. A creature comes inside while breaking that glass roof. It kills 2 men there. It detaches the neck of a man from his body. It seems like this is their favorite task. Seeing this, the captain gets aggressive. He also takes the injection, and he changes into a bullet ant. He has many powers. He makes the condition of the creature worst. He cuts its body. Then the cockroach army starts moving toward their spaceship. If they will come inside the spaceship they will kill everyone and also will destroy the spaceship. They plan to move from there with their spaceship. But before this, the spaceship shows an error. They couldn't do this. They think that we can go in the old spaceship. Why don't we go in it? They all move to that spaceship. But Kamachi wasn't feeling good because Nanao was killed. They were going while leaving her there. Kamachi goes to Nanao and says to her that I will return. I will take you from here. Here we some changes in Nanao's body and then they move from there. Then they see a group of creatures standing in front of them. It is difficult to defeat them. One more man takes that injection. He also turns into a dreadful creature. It was like a monster and he has the ability to throw fire from his mouth. He throws fire on them. They were spared from this wave. They moved forward, but they didn't go at a far distance. Meanwhile, their army was coming from the front. Now 2 girls inject the injection and turn into creatures. They try to fight with those creatures, but this time, they were failing again and again. Because those creatures were strong, their car also goes out of balance. It turns and it catches fire. It turned several times due to it. It was totally damaged. Those 2 characters fell out of it. But the amusing thing here is that after turning several times, the car starts again. The car was auto and it moves automatically. Then the creatures attack the 3 people who were with the doctor. The creatures were near them. They blow the head of one of them and beats the other one with their stick. That it hit with the floor. Like this, those creatures kill them. A girl in the spaceship sets it to the earth, because they don't want to stop anymore on this planet. The cockroaches which they come to hold have now turned into creatures. They were not in their control. Before this, they hear a voice of something. When they see outside their companions were dead, but only 2 dead bodies where they don't know where the 3rd man has gone. Kamachi comes in anger. Kamachi, Jim, and one more girl inject that injection. Now they have the abilities. then they go to the creatures to kill them. Meanwhile, we see those creatures were about to kill the captain, but then a girl whom we think is dead, she comes out while tearing the body of one of the creatures, and she shoots at the captain. With it, she throws water at her companion. Here we come to know that they worked secretly for the doctor, and they tell the doctor about an egg. Maybe this is the egg of those creatures. Meanwhile, 2 creatures come out from that egg. The spaceship was also ready to move to the Earth. Now when they see those newly born creatures, they call other creatures to stop this spaceship. Then all creatures come there while flying. Those creatures move toward them, but to fight them only Kamachi, Jim, and a girl were left. They were not understanding that how will they fight with them? Jim hits an idea. He thinks that injecting for the first time they have some abilities. If we will inject this injection for the second time we will have more abilities, obviously. If we will inject it a third time maybe we will get all these abilities, the abilities which those cockroaches have. It happens the same when Jim takes that injection, the third time his wings come out. This is what he wants. Now he starts fighting with those cockroaches, but they were in large numbers and so strong that they couldn't defeat them. Then Jim injects that injection for the 4th time. After it, he becomes a monster. It is obvious he has many powers, but after so long when he couldn't defeat the creatures he gets tired. Then Kamachi comes in front and he says that I will defeat those creatures. Kamachi fights with those creatures. As Kamachoi goes near a creature, that creature holds Kamachi. It was about to kill him. Meanwhile, it sees a glowing thing that is coming to it while flying. Attractive golden dust was falling from it. It seems like a female fairy. Hear it, who is she in real? She was Nanao, and she has come to her this character permanently. It means she wasn't dead at that time, she has to return. Kamachi becomes happy seeing this. He was moving to Nanao, but then the creature understands that she is glowing. Maybe when she will be shot it will create a blast, and I can kill her like this. That cruel creature does the same. Due to shooting the glowing Nanao, there was a blast. Nanao again disappears. Kamachi was also there and his life was at risk. He can burn in the blast. Jim lifts him and takes him from there, but Kamachi was calling Nanao. Because he likes Nanao and seeing her end he was depressed. Kamachi gets faint. The next moment when he comes to his senses he sees that Jim is in front of him, but now he has become a creature completely. Kamachi says him to go from here, but Jim says that no, now I am a creature of Mars, it is not good for me to go to the Earth, my friend. I have to stay here and I don't want to create any problem for anyone. You may leave, I will always miss you. Kamachi doesn't want to do this, but he has to do this. He was depressed, because his friend Nanao was no more and Jim also stayed here. Now Kamachi moves to the spaceship. Their next target was Earth. Now we see the doctor who is telling this story to the world, on a live telecast, when the government comes to know that their time and money are wasted. The doctor couldn't bring anything from there and he failed in his mission. The government orders to kill the doctor. He has played with people's life, and he tried to trick us. Now we see the assistant of the doctor. She was also aggressive with him, because the doctor was not constant about his commitment. She was about to shoot him, but the doctor was so clever he knew that what will happen to him in the end. He controls that bullet and it becomes slow. Then we see a spider on that gun and a gas comes out of it. As that girl smells that gas her condition gets worse, she dies there. If you liked the video, please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.